Okay, we're live. I'll be right back. I'm going to reboot. The system seems to be acting weird. I don't know what's happening. Right back.
Yeah, you guys are stuck with me. Eddie sounds like he's underwater, at least from what I can tell. So, what's up, Liz Cursus? What's up, Miss So? How you both doing tonight? How's the peaceful observing going? I'd imagine it could lead to some rageful observing if you keep at it, but what do I know? So, whole world's going nuts. All federal funding's been cut off to everything, and we're all fucked. So, yeah. I think Eddie just froze himself, unless I don't know what he's doing. He's restarting because he's hard to hear. So, let's Cruises, you bought a book, huh? I saw your Instagram. I can't remember what it was, but like saw that you actually bought something. I was like, oh, that's good. So of course it was after your 4 pages of wins from the Comics Council of Comics, which is going on again right now. So busy with work on a new place. Nice. How's the job sound? It's going on. How's the new place? You liking it so far? Got a lot of work to do on it. Eli, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, still doing the job hunt. Had an interview last Friday that I doubt I'm going to get. It's for the school district, and I just didn't get good vibes from it. So we'll see. They're supposed to let people know by the end of this week. I'm not optimistic. Had another one on Monday that's for a restoration company, so that one I'm a little more optimistic on. What's up, Eric? And then over the weekend, I did like 4 hours of bullshit work that they called an exercise for this remote company. So I did all that. Got it till Monday morning, and on Monday at noon, they sent me an email like, "Yeah, we're not going with you." I'm like, "You motherfucking." Anyways, so
Okay, who knows if that's better or not? May not be.
it's about the same. You might just have to move it or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, the mic is right here. Is this better?
I don't know. Yeah, or your room. There's something going on. You're kind of muddy, but whatever.
Oh
So,
well, not much I can do about that. So what's going on? Got a reason?
no jobs, nothing.
No job, no
I,
nothing.
no, I still need a sugar mama. So
Oh my God! Guess what? The bald one has returned. No,
what's up, Rob? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, fair.
he looks.
It is 2025. I saw you actually posted something on Facebook. I was like, oh my God, Rob's getting political.
I try not to.
I understand.
And so when I do, it's usually I try to keep it pretty.
Yeah.
Just the post. Try to keep my post as much middle of the road and more observational, and hopefully somebody with half a brain to read through that and kind of understand that. Hey, be thought provoking.
I understand. I'm doing my best not to comment and not to interact on, or not to take all the bait from everybody, but it's fucking hard right now.
I had a hard time stopping. I posted several things I've had to retract. So,
well, I have to be particularly careful sometimes, just because not so much because of my work or anything, but because for the longest time I didn't do a lot of stuff with Facebook, but I've been at least within the comic book community. But there's been more and more people now have, done stuff, or because now that C3 is over there and stuff, I try not to, wade too deep in the water. At the same time, you have to, as a citizen, I think sometimes you have to call out stupid things as stupid things sometimes, right?
Yeah, mine's theoretically tied to my work, but I don't think anyone from my work can see what I post if I've got it set up right. So
yeah, well, that's it. I think that this post I didn't put this post was limited to my friends, as opposed to the general public. But
I watched a smattering of some of the hearings today, or for RFK Jr., and I'm like, oh my God. And I have a friend who's vehemently supportive of him. And she's going crazy on there, and I'm like, don't engage.
I got a few friends. My junior high algebra 2 teacher's daughter, who was in the class with her, her mother's daughter. My teacher's daughter I've known since junior high school, and she is, can you say, out of San Diego, a professor of some type of economics, maybe, but is just totally on the right, and gets into it all the time. So they bug my friend, who's definitely far left all the time. But actually, this week my work got fucked over almost. We had a big old grant coming in to do something, and the mayor came down and had a fucking fit. Oh my god!
Yeah, because all the federal everything's on hold.
No. They supposedly reversed it. A judge put a
Yeah, but it was all on hold for a moment.
But then, according to a bunch of people, that the White House reversed their stance today. I then heard they may have not. So I'm kind of
a judge put it on hold or whatever. But the purpose was, the problem was is that the initial executive order was ambiguous and unclear, and then the White House now later has last I read, I should say, had redefined their statement that the intent was for them to give themselves a moment to review, to validate that the grants was not being used for purposes that would violate other orders and directives as to how the government should be executing its business was all. But
that's not how they phrase. I was phrased like a 4-year-old wrote it, and like,
well, I mean, come on.
Okay, fine, not a fifth grade reading level, but not somebody that's like capable of writing in the strokes enough to like run a federal government. It was like
I mean, it's problematic in that. Look, well, here's the most political I'll get. I was like, so usually I consider myself very middle of the road. I'm not. I'm liberal on some issues. Over time, I've aged. I've started off with very much a conservative, but even as far as a conservative goes, I don't consider. I'm not the modern day Republican. I'm more of an 80s Republican, which isn't perfect. Which isn't perfect in its own right. But I mean, you go play back some of the stuff that Reagan said and stuff. Reagan was compassionate about a lot of different things. By today's standards, would be considered a liberal almost. But it's a matter of everything's gotten so polarized between not only the politics, but I think as I've really come to think about it, of course, it started as a slippery slope with the deregulation of media in the 80s and the limiting of voices. But now that everybody has moved to get so much of their information, whether it be just online, forget whether or not the source is from a Twitter feed, whether it's from a Facebook thing, or whether it's from Yahoo News or whatever. The fact is that every single one of these things utilize an algorithm intended to feed you more of the type of stuff that you click on with the intent of trying to sell more revenue and ad space. Ergo, you never get to see, you don't see anything that's outside unless you seek it out. You don't see much stuff with opinions outside of an opinion that the algorithm has figured that you have developed. So you become more and more festooned into
confirmation bias that suits your
right, and it becomes more, and there's less understanding of the areas in between and discussions of the stuff in between. And I think that's where the real worst thing that has happened is those algorithms and types of the way the media is being fed and consumed by the majority of the people, so that we can't have a civilized dialogue, or the people won't think critically about something and be willing to sit there and go, compromise is not a bad word. It's actually how you get things done. People, it's you don't get what you want 100%. I don't get what I want, but we get something that together we can live with, and we miserable.
We're good. I know what you're saying. There's also there's no such thing as like the 24-hour news cycle doesn't exist. It's not like a 3-minute news cycle, and it's just and I'm using the word news very loosely, but
yeah. I mean, it's all
microphone better. Sorry.
You're like, sounds like you're coming from your microphone is in a tin can somewhere, or you're using the microphone in the laptop that's on your plastic.
Yeah, how about this?
How about what?
Well, I'm changing the settings. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Well, if you're just using that ambient mic in your camera, that's just going to be the awful piece because it's just ambient.
No, he's got a freestanding.
No, I remember I set this up afterwards and I realized I think I have it set to the wrong microphone.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like you're coming in.
I'm gonna work on this for a minute. You guys have fun.
All right.
I'm gonna drive.
Yeah. Anyways,
So has anybody gotten any good comics lately? I've been on kind of hold. I'm trying to save my money and not.
there was
not
nothing really today.
Yeah.
Today was just bunch of cover buys, but
I'm still not buying much new stuff at all, honestly, just because.
no.
But I did pick up one of my favorite weirdo Spider-Man covers, ASM covers. I'm not even an ASM guy, and this cover is it's weird. I know it. I doubt it's anyone else's favorite. It's not. I don't think even a great cover, but I just like it. It's the ASM.
Oh yeah,
130
that's first appearance of
Hammerhead. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I just like it because it's like at first I read it wrong and I thought it was like the black Ock breaking out through like from the pages in the interior, but no, it's
Right.
still cleaned up like news clipping, but still, I just
Okay,
think
Yeah.
is this
weird
better?
visual.
That's infinitely better.
Okay, so yeah, it was the setting in here I didn't set to my good microphone, which is now
Yeah, it's much better.
I've been like this for weeks now, and I realized that this happened when I first got this microphone, but since I moved up here 2
Oh,
months,
nice pickups, Eric.
but yeah, did you get anything else good besides that one?
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like some of what I've read from Distillery. Their format. I'm a curmudgeon, and I wish they would just write it in standard comic format so I could put it in a bag and board when I'm done, or just wait and release it all as a graphic novel and call it a day. But whatever.
What is Blip One? I've never heard of that one.
Blip
It's
is
like the first appearance of Mario.
yeah, or doesn't it have
In
something to do with
comics.
Todd McFarlane too in one of the issues? I can't remember.
I don't know, but the Blip one is like it's a
Yeah,
video
Mario
gaming
comics.
magazine or something. It's a Mario comic in there.
Like I
The,
said, there is no comic shop in town to buy new stuff out. I'd have to drive into Salt Lake, and I haven't been there in 2 weeks. So
I'm down to, well, I haven't shown them all, but I'm down to only one Eternals book left to finish my run.
Nice.
well.
Because I had two, but then I was perusing the old eBay the other day, and I was like, oh, they were all overpriced, but there was one that was less overpriced than the other, and I clicked on to look at it, and I said, oh, still only 35 cents. I know that guy.
Nice.
So it was funny because then I reached out to him on Instagram. I'm like, oh, hey Dave, you got this book listed. How much you going to sell me that $60 book for?
Nice.
and he's like, oh, I don't even know, dude. It turned out he like posted those books. He had books that had been posted up there for like 2 years.
That's
and
about
just
what I've
been-
done with. Yeah, my
yeah,
eBay.
he just been sitting up there. And he's like, oh, so he goes and looks at it, and he came back with, oh, well, I see FMV of this price, so I'll sell to you for this. And I was like, yeah, I don't know where they're getting that FMV from because there hasn't been a sale above $70 in the last 2 years. And so we kind of like, went back and forth a little bit. We ended up getting a price that he had offered me 75. I ended up getting it from him for 70. Because I was like, oh, well, I don't have to. I said I personally don't think it's much more than a $60 book, but since he's going to hand deliver it to me at WonderCon,
Yeah,
I don't have to pay taxes. I don't have to pay shipping. So, so I'll pay the 70. I'm happy to do that. And he's happy to give me a good deal, knowing that it's not going to get flipped. It's just going into my PC,
Nice.
my CGC registry run.
CG.
Yeah, my CGC registry run of Eternals, man. It's all 9.496s.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna do a video today for tomorrow. That's now that I finished my Captain America run that I was working on it, which is also I've registered it on CGC. I'm gonna show it off.
I can say I have not bought a book. I've got nothing really. A few things at the house that I'm gonna go pick up on Friday, and including Taylor's box on Friday.
Wait, I do have one more weirdo thing. I don't think I'm
Oh,
showing
first
anywhere.
Donkey Kong too. Okay, cool.
This is a nothing book, but I paid like $17 for it, I think.
So it's nothing but still 17 bucks. Oh,
It's Astro Comics. It was an American Airlines in-flight giveaway from the 60s.
okay, that's
unique.
Yeah.
definitely
I bid under 20 for it. It was on a whatnot auction, and I was like, whatever. What the hell? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely
I've never
unique.
seen it. Yeah, I've never seen it before, and I was like, well, Sure. Like, you know,
I
and
can't
who the hell
imagine
would
there.
be graded. I've not checked the census to see how many there are or anything, but like apparently there are multiple issues share the same cover art. So this is the Richie Rich version. So like you could get different stories depending on which flight you're on and stuff. So
Interesting.
That's kind of cool. That's some of the weird shit I'd look for.
Let's see here. Let's see here. CGC
It's
census.
number 2. Okay.
Astro.
Number 2, there's number 1, and like I'd say So
Astro Comics.
Astro Comics, yeah. Harvey's the publisher, but it's also American Airlines. So I don't know how you'd want to search for it.
Because it was Astro Comics, issue 2, Harvey Publications, 1968.
Yeah.
So that's the one we want. Comic.
Cover price have it?
Well,
I mean,
no, I'm on the CGC census is what I'm
Okay.
trying to find it on the census. All right, so here we go. The census says that you have, sir, in your possession the highest graded copy on the census. It is
Nice.
also the only graded copy on the census.
Hell yeah,
So
man.
Check
You
the
have
number,
the-
make sure.
You have the lowest graded census.
I've got a fucking unicorn. Yeah.
Yeah,
What was it again?
Astro
Astro
Comics number
Comics
2.
issue 2. Yep. There's only
There are
copy
some
listed.
issue number 1s. And like there's a bunch of, you could buy a bunch of different variations of it on eBay. It's not like a hard to find book.
Yeah.
Okay, does it
It's not
say
graded.
1968 or 1970?
This is 1968,
'Cause
and
there's
it
a
lists,
1970s copy.
and then we got it lists the key comment as American Airlines in-flight giveaway. Multiple issues share same cover art. Richie Rich story.
Yeah, they've got cover price has 2 different ones, January 1st, 1968 and 1970.
Yeah, and there's also a non-numbered one, but the same cover art as me with a different CGC number that's up on eBay for $180. It's from
There are
69.
no sales. There are no sales on that sucker.
Yeah, from
Oh, of course not.
1969. It looks identical on the outside, except for it doesn't have it looks very close to mine on the outside, but it's a
You've got a
non-numbered
one-of-a-kind.
variant on eBay. So there's a bunch of variants on it, which makes it a little tricky. But yeah,
So there
Yeah, I
you go,
saw
man.
this.
yeah.
You've got a Silver Age book that you could only get from an in-flight giveaway,
Yeah.
and it's the only one.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
when
And on fact of that, the fact that it's also a 9.4, that's actually really great for that standpoint, anyways. But because Harvey wasn't exactly known for their amazing paper quality.
But let's see if this. Let me just see if I can post a link in the chat, because there's another one. If anyone's interested, you can get. You can get a variation of it.
Yeah, there ain't nothing out there.
I mean, to be the right collector, you've got an amazing book.
Today, to me, that's I like.
Well, I'll show you. Let's see here. Let's see if it pops up. See if I'm a mod on your channel. If we can do it. I don't even know.
I don't remember. I can go on. I'm on. Hang on.
Come on.
Go to YouTube. I can make mods, right? I don't even see my own live. That's freaking hilarious.
It's not letting me do it, but if you go on eBay, there is a non-numbered one from 1969 that's in a 9.4 up there for $180. So, with a different CGC barcode number and stuff. So,
put it in the private one, or can I move it over?
I don't know. We'll see. Hang on.
Private chat. Oh, hang on.
I think the link. It's just one of those weird, like extra long eBay links that I can't do anything with. So.
Oh, this is the non-numbered one, yeah.
Yeah.
From 1969.
Yeah.
With
very similar to mine, obviously. Like it doesn't have the vertical numbers going on the side, but whatever. Like
free giveaway.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's
say.
weird.
I don't think they gave a shit back then, Eddie. They didn't consider them anything. So they just what's up, nothing?
Okay, there we are. I'm going to.
Yeah, I figured it's a weird enough little book. I'll spend under $20 on it, obviously.
Now, post something regular in the chat so I can make you a thing, because I paused the video so I won't hear us, but I should be able to see the chat still. Right?
See for Astro Comics.
You are a mod, okay.
Yeah.
For the no number Astro Comics, there's a 1968, a 69, a 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, and 79.
Yeah.
So this we said was the 69.
Yeah.
And for that one, there are 2 graded copies.
Oh, well.
One 194, which we saw there,
Yep.
and the other one is a 98.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That, I mean, I don't have a weird enough, like, that'd be a cool thing to have just cause. But, like,
Yeah. Hell yeah. You're
I'm happy with a
you got that
94.
one for 20.
You know,
But there's no special keynote or anything on that one compared to
it's
like
still-
yours.
Well, Cover Price didn't have a keynote on any the one that was marked 1970 or 1968. I don't know. Even same cover.
well, yeah, again, it's
Actually,
you know,
there's a lot of these are in high. So like the 1968 no number variant, there's a 98, a 96, 2 94s, and then a 50.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you are interested in owning a version of it, you can look on eBay and there's a bunch like of raw ones and various stuff for cheap. And then like,
Yeah.
there's a the 1975 cover I like better because it's like it's got like a sort of bullet looking or a target looking thing with Casper and Richie and little. I don't even know who the other girl cartoon is on there, but yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, you got a good one. That's nice. I really just have had zero. The wife is up here every other weekend lately because she's got 3-day weekends. The kid's not only working, he's working at McDonald's 4 hours a week on Wednesday only.
Yeah, well.
So now she has a 3-day weekend, so she can come up Thursday and leave Sunday. But I'm heading down this weekend, and the following weekend is I have a car show, and I've had zero time to really even look at comics.
You're not going to watch the Super Bowl that nobody in the country gives a shit about?
When is it? When is it?
I don't know. Is it next weekend? I don't think it's this weekend. I think it's what?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be two.
Yeah.
Not this weekend, but the weekend following.
Oh, it's sort of like the 2 teams that nobody wanted to go are going.
I've got a 3-day weekend on Valentine's Day, so that's why I got Monday off. So not a big deal. My work is. It's funny. I got lucked out with this job. Now, if we just figure out how to do with having 2 apartment here, house down there, it's just kind of a clusterfuck what to do with it all. So, but this job.
Oh, hey, Rob, remember when I was on Saturday night and you were like, "Hey, you're doing free work for this company"? Yeah, they didn't hire me. They sent me a note on Monday saying, "No, we're going with somebody else." I'm like, "You fuckheads!"
Like,
how much work did you do for them?
You should ask for your project back.
I should, yeah. I should have watermarked all over. It wouldn't have mattered. It's just tech stuff, but still, like, yeah. I should
see if they're going to use it. You should see if they use it.
I don't give enough of a shit to follow up on it. It was just, but still. And then when it's not bitch, it's cold out like in the Midwest, so I'm sure there's car shows everywhere. Although it's not bad here today. It hit in the low 40s today, which is not bad.
We're in the 40s. It's going to be a Hot Wheels show, and the guy has 2 giant garages and an indoor area, so. It's
not
really
a car show. A toy
it's
car
a Hot Wheels sales show where I can sell shit and make some money.
What are you fingering, Eddie, or do I not want to know?
A candle. I got bored.
Okay.
I make myself a little thing with candles. I don't know. I've always been ever since. I don't.
You can even need some more of those drugs that are sitting next to you.
I went back on this one, Tamulosin. I went off it for a while and said,
"Hey, I'm on that." Well, we could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I went back on it after getting off of it because it kind of helps, but not really. I don't need it for the reason you normally take it. So
you don't need it for peeing.
No, my thing is that for some reason my body has gotten used to. I don't care if people fucking know. I drink a lot of liquid. I do. Period. Probably because I eat too many carbs, so I drink a lot of liquids because of sugars. So at night, I'm up every hour and 2 hours, no matter what. My mind's got into it. Okay, go back to bed, look up, hour into the bathroom, back. And he gave it to me so he thinks it will make me help more get out, but it never has. So it just kind of helps facilitate a little bit. But
gotcha.
I stopped taking it and I didn't like it, so I went back on it. No big deal. It's just something that I need.
I'm on it too. I'm sure Rob's on a few meds himself. You can't be in your 50s and not be on drugs, I don't think.
Yep.
I think if by 50 you haven't already have a pill organizer, they issue you
Yeah.
one.
Yep,
Exactly.
Well,
Before they start mailing you the nickels from the AARP or the Legion, like I got somebody mailed me 4 nickels and 2 coasters the other day from something. But yeah,
so I did check in for fun on the eBay thing because
there you go.
wondered.
See, you getting drug advice from Miss So, quercetin and quercetin.
It's just like get up and I mean I can drink a gallon of diet iced tea in a day if I sat down and did it. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, but
it has to go
still,
somewhere.
you might want to try that supplement. I mean, what's the worst going to happen?
Yeah, I will copy paste it and see. I can't have. Well, Hang on, I'll take a screenshot. That's the easiest way of doing it. Snip it. But no, I looked on eBay and it is $5,000. I thought I sold over 5,000 last year. I guess I didn't. So I
Well,
don't get
because they changed
the
it. So
tax thing.
they changed it again, right? So now it's 5,000 this year, then 2,500 next year, and then
600 the following. Well, it's been
and
5. I knew it
until
was
they change it
5,000.
again. Yeah.
I knew it was 5,000 this year. I just didn't know. I didn't know what was next year, or the year after, and I just looked up on Yahoo because, no offense to the eBay website, I can't find shit when it comes to that. Except for I finally found a spot where it tells me you did not get one this year, and I went, thank you. So, and I did pretty good. I mean, in 6 months, I did like 5. I did 4,000 something, but I stopped really trying to sell now because it's just too hard up here.
I
didn't wanna
tried
deal with
going
this shit.
all natural psychedelic until I ended up in the hospital with a blood clot last year, and then I had to go back on real drugs. So
During COVID, hey, the doctors during COVID, if I didn't have that whatever that medication they gave me, the stuff at the commercials, I forgot what it's called, the 2 big pills a day for 3
The
days.
stuff that allows you to have sex without worrying about AIDS.
What?
ivermectin.
COVID?
Well, you said just any drug. You just randomly said drugs that are commercialized. So I thought it was the weirdest thing I could think of.
No,
Anyways.
On commercials on TV. You said
oh
commercials
yeah,
on
it's the
TV.
one for COVID that they keep on making that they used to
Oh.
give away for free. Now it's like 75 or $100
The
because the government's
vaccine.
not subsidized. No, it's a 2-pill regimen. You take 2 a day.
Oh,
and
after the fact.
Yeah, after you have it.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I was just had the vaccine.
I had the vaccine too, but I
It's
still got
Paxlovid.
COVID.
Paxlovid.
Paxlovid, yeah. And when I got it, they gave me that right away, and I took it for the 3 or 4 or 5 days, and I really didn't even notice I had it. I was feeling a little under the weather, but it worked fine. Paxlovid worked great. My wife goes to a doctor who does non he went with natural. Her big thing is natural shit. Every time she sends you to the grocery store to spend $100 on natural shit, and
I like
my
it when
wife
she
always
goes big and
tries it.
natural.
It never helps. It hasn't helped her with her knees, with any of her problems. So she's on a keto diet now, and she's noticing that's helping her immensely. So she's happy. But her cravings without eating sugars and starches is just, she just cheated. I know she's had pizza. So I said, okay.
There we go. This is our old man topic. Like honestly, you need to change the chat, Eddie. It's not comic chat. It's just old men talk about ailments.
Well, the bad part is I haven't been able to watch much comic stuff lately because I I can't get on my Disney Channel for some reason. I don't know why. My Disney Plus won't load up on my TV, on my monitor, whatever it is. It's just some weird things are happening. So I wanted to watch the rest of the Skeleton Crew. Couldn't watch that. I wanted to watch What If, and it won't load. It sits on the splash screen and just sits there. I'm like,
I'm 2 seasons behind on What If. I don't know if I give a shit. I know I don't. I don't care about that one. Yeah, old lady ailments. There you go, Miss. So. I just rewatched season 1 of Severance, and I really still enjoy that show immensely. I wanted to rewatch it because it'd been a couple of years since it came out, and season 2 is going on right now. But I wanted to get caught up on because there's a lot of weird little details I would have forgotten, but it's really good.
I just started watching Godfather of Harlem.
Godfather of Harlem. Is that an older series or is it a new one?
It's in the 3rd season. It's got 3 seasons under its belt. It's got DeForest Whitaker as Bumpy Johnson, and
okay.
Vincent D'Onofrio's in it, and
yeah,
it's got some powerful actors. It's 1960s Harlem drug wars between the Italians and the African Americans and whatnot. But
I started last night since I couldn't get Paramount or Disney to show up on my apps on my TV. I got Peacock too, so I started watching the 4-part SNL 50th, the little behind the scenes thing. The second episode is more cowbell. They do an entire hour on the cowbell sketch.
Mhm. Yeah,
The only guess who's the only person who doesn't do interviews and talks about it?
Christopher Walken.
Yep.
Yeah.
He hates it. He says
Sure.
people show up to his plays and everything at the end and do cowbell. I didn't think it was that big. It was kind of funny to see how all these SNL people have aged. So Daryl Hammond doesn't look anything like I remember him, I guess. But yeah, they're all getting old.
At some point, I'm not going to get a Peacock because I don't care. I don't think there's anything enticing enough for me to get Peacock, but I probably want
Only
to get
'cause it's
Paramount
free.
Plus. Yeah.
I get it for free, so from my cable, or not for free, I should say. It's included
Package.
with the cost of my internet for my internet provider.
I watched it because I get the Sunday night football. Sunday night football I get to watch, and then it's only $7.99 with the commercials, and I like a lot of NBC shows, so I end up watching a lot of those. And they do get pretty new movies. I mean, they had the new Twister, which I kind of enjoyed, and a few new movies they do get every once in a while.
I know. I've already got too many. I've got Apple TV. I've got Prime. I've got Netflix. I've got fucking Disney and Hulu.
You have all the ones I don't have.
And I'm thinking about getting Paramount Plus. So
I was talking because right now I have Paramount Plus because I got it during the Black Friday special, and then I have Max for the same reason, and then Netflix and Hulu and Disney and fucking Prime, and it's like, oh, why? I'm trying to figure out what to remove, and it's like,
I think Netflix is I'm gonna get rid of that one. There's nothing really on there.
I got rid of Netflix big time.
I can't. I would, except that I watch wrestling. And now wrestling is there.
It on it, yeah.
Monday Night Wrestling is there.
Yeah.
If I still watch wrestling religiously, I would keep it. I would get it too, but I don't.
Yeah.
I watched the fight. I watched the fight for free, and then I canceled it. And other than that, there's a few, shows on there I'd probably watch. But right now, Paramount Plus and Max. Paramount Plus has a lot of other TV shows. You know what I mean? Channel 2, Channel 7.
They have CBS. They have CBS stuff.
Yeah, but they've also they seem to have a lot more shows. I think that I can find other. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but like FBI, I like watching, but I can catch not on Peacock all the time. I can catch the original FBI on Paramount Plus for some reason, not on Peacock, even though it's a Peacock show. I think so. Either way, it's just weird. Still,
So,
no big deal.
Speaking of bringing it full circle back to what we talked about earlier in the media. Yeah, I see this. Jim Acosta's quit CNN.
No.
Why?
Well, that's open to debate, but apparently he announced he quit last night on TV. Some people say it's, that CNN was moving him to, wanted to move him to a midnight slot, and he didn't want to do that and left. And then he quit on the air. Some were saying it was because he was overly critical of the Trump administration and people were trying to smooth things over or whatever. Who knows? But because he was talking about some stuff about making sure that you don't bow down and blah blah blah. But anyways, yeah.
Oh wow!
I just had to verify. I had seen something about it, and when I watched the video, I wasn't quite. You know how today's you have to then go fact check it somewhere else to go validate that this is actually something that, because I didn't see it live, but I've so far I got 2 points of 2 different sources that validate it. Now Miss So saying he quit on the air, so there you go. Miss So said it. It's absolutely the truth.
I just looked it up on YouTube. You can watch them quit. They have it live. They got the video, so I'm gonna watch that. I haven't seen that. In the mornings I turn on Peacock and they've got the live channels where I can watch morning news, which is kind of nice since I don't see much news without having an actual, basic TV anymore. So I stream everything. I know.
Yep, a lot of people do. All right, well, this is exciting.
Yeah. We hit a wall. We usually do about half an hour.
This is about my bedtime.
Talking about your drugs that you're taking and talking about that and that and the other thing. My goodness gracious.
Gotten any other major books, Rob, or anything new besides your?
I mean, I I've mixed in stuff, but for most stuff I've been working on right now lately have been some, some of these run like this Eternals run and some other stuff like that for the most part. Um, the con season kicking up. I got a con coming up, a local con, which I'll probably work on, focus on back issue stuff. But then I got WonderCon coming up down in Anaheim at the end of March. That'll be
Yeah,
my
it's right at my
first kind of
birthday. It's right at my birthday.
kind of big con, and then obviously Heroes is later. So I don't know. I've got books I'm checking out, but I'm just kind of like regathering some resources for some of that stuff. I've got a bunch of different commissions that are in different stages of motion that I have to be cognizant of those bills coming due when they show up. So fortunately, I mean, I actually really I gotta check the tracking on it. Locke sent me the one that he did, which I'm really excited to see in person because it's the most ambitious sketch cover I've ever encountered or done. And it's a full wraparound, full color, but it's Spider-Man and the Sinister Six.
That's so wow. I think I saw the prelim of it.
Yeah, so it's like 7 freaking characters squeezed onto this thing.
Which I just mailed off my C3 2025 art to DJ this week. So
nice.
Last week.
Well, we've got his art for contribution for the art book.
Yeah,
and then we've got the
another one this year.
The first, there'll be an art book again this year, and then we have the first event will be this Friday, the 31st, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, over on Fable's channel, Fable and his amazing friends, doing an event. They're doing a thank you gift wheel. They have a bunch of stuff that they had. They intended to be on during our normal thing in October, but things happened. Nick's brother passed away right before that, so they delayed it. So they're going to kick off this year for us. We have our new website that the ACS gave us. So now we have a nice, instead of some weird thing, we can tell people, oh, just go to comicscuringcancer.org and it'll take you there. Oh, or at least that'll redirect you to the more funky URL, but
sure.
Which is cool. And everything, but the new portal is going to allow us to do things like we can have items for sale on the portal and collect shipping charges for them. And we can do, potentially we can even do online auctions from our platform, from the new platform and stuff. So we're really kind of interested to kind of dig into it and see what we can do. For right now, it's really just nothing more than just a donation portal because that's what we right now. We had to hurry up and get something in place before Fable's show. So
nice. Yeah. Well, kids, speaking of drugs, I'm gonna go take my melatonin and go to bed.
I'm gonna go to bed for an hour, wake up in an hour, go to bed for an hour.
For those of you that are not taking melatonin and you're at risk for what the hell's the eye disease called? Macro. What the fuck? My dad. Wet and dry.
Yeah, the drying of the eyes.
Well, it's where you're eventually go blind.
Macular degeneration.
Macular degeneration. Jesus Christ! Thank you. God damn it! I need drugs for memory now too. But there's a really large 230,000 person study saying that melatonin helps prevent that. So if you're not on it, you're at risk for it. Start taking melatonin.
Now, the question about melatonin is it okay? Now I tried. Was it not trazodone? Was it trazodone? One of those other ones, a prescription one that would put me to sleep, but then in the morning it was a bitch to wake up. Does melatonin better or worse?
I don't know, Eddie. Every day is a sigh for me, so I'm not sure.
Might try it then. But yeah, Joker 2, it's already streaming. I have not bothered to watch it.
I have not yet. No.
Well, I guess I did see the first one.
I saw the first one. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
I'm not sure where it's streaming. I need to catch it at some point, Miss.
Hang on. I've got it. So it's either Peacock or it's Paramount Plus or Max. Hang on.
And I have none of those, so whatever.
I'm just okay. Hang on. Here it is. It'll tell me 1 second. Max. I think this is also on Amazon. Or Max.
Well, Amazon lets you. Amazon, though, you can buy almost or rent almost every movie.
That's true. I still want to see The Boys. The last season, was it bad or good?
I'm behind on that, but On my
I
list.
know the latest season. I'll get Amazon for a month. I'll get Amazon Prime for a month. Watch all the boys.
Okay, before we go on this rabbit hole for another hour, I'm gonna go to bed. Night, everybody.
Okay. Good night, guys. Have fun. Bye.